through a stream, the march to knowledge. When the people from the church looked upon the great lands before them, travel in their pilgrim spirits, and goodness in their souls, they would feel the heavy, indomitable, holy, sacred words of the men and women below them. One man, with a gift in his heart and love for all, would often speak, his voice a shining, eternal light in the darkness. The church saw this pilgrim spirit and would proclaim his absolute glory to the unknowing congregations. Words and music occurred to him, and his voice would say, "Our struggle was this, that all of humanity, atheist, religious, unfaithful, faithful, knowledgeable, ignorant, hateful, kind, loyal, poor, blind, clear-eyed, tall, short, old, youthful, good, evil, silent, loud, with music, without music, deaf, not deaf, with literature, without literature, children and adults, must be strong in our travel." The roads and rivers were so long, with so much danger, twilight and night, thunder and lightning, storms and peace, that darkness would often cover our lands, spreading heavy fear and hate into those whom easily felt. This great burden of the roads laid strongly upon the hearts of all, inspiring evil and wretched deed. But through this darkness, a German medieval society thrived, amassing a great knowledge of nature, music, the soul, and history, and we go to great lengths and struggles to spread these creative gifts to others. They believed in the grandiose power of enlightenment, with the old German songs of autumn and winter in their hearts. They knew that in the rest of humanity's future and fate, that these holy arts and crafts would be looked upon with great value and eternal worth. Then, through mountain, stream, river, seas, wood, and many villages and churches, these German people often stopped in their journey. The religious among them knew a golden light that emanated from the teacher's knowledge. The schools of this time had great empathy and kinship over poorer and less educated men, people in pain, the struggles of the seasons, and the gravity of witnessing heavy sorrow and death. The composers of music of this time carried a great weight, often bearing down on the shoulders of those with pure heart and good soul. Those with musical talent and aptitude became beneficent doctors, whose light and simple kindness sought to diminish darkness, unhappiness, evil, and ignorance. Although the fields and hunters were full of old religion and belief, the medieval doctors practiced patience and benevolent language to those in need. West, south, north, and east, the old teachers would take long pilgrimages, searching and looking, praying and spreading their golden and eternal musical elixirs. These gifts, that others more beautiful and wise said to men, such holy art in heaven was never seen, and the evil and dark cowered from it. All knew the glory of music. The smith, the struggling, the fighting, the peaceful, the law-making, the working, the maestros, the architects, the rich, the poor, the lonely, the lovers, the sad, the joyful. The glory of enlightenment shone through, the land reflecting their truth in all things. Every word of poetry, song, and writing gave light and health to their people, casting beauty and intelligence over all. Blood spilled, forgotten, in the momentous healing love of acceptance, patience, forgiveness, and justice. With these grand travels, through meadow and valley dangerous, the pilgrim spirit spoke truth, no matter what danger they faced. One family, of the namesake Bach, came from humble beginnings, out from the little they had in the village of peace. They carried heavy knowledge and wisdom on their backs, with peace and prosperity always the heaven sought. They knew that the light of one's words must show health and betray those with only war and hatred. Although great evil passed under their reign, they fought against it, in honor of the dead, in honor of the weak, in honor of the maimed. Their leaders and holy scribes, under the German sunlight and morning, would encourage those under him, with voice, gentle but commanding. Herr Froh would say, "Our Friedensdorf, our Leidendorff, must reign victorious over all betrayal, over all pain. Through all the world's evil doing, we fight, we work, we endure. With death under us, as a stream ignores its night, we must simply live and overcome. Let our travels reach water, let our travels reach mountain. Look on darkness not, or the bleak evil that we may face over ground and sea. It hath no power, no will to conquer us. The knowledge we carry holds eternal light, as pure as the sunrise, as great as the sunset. Through pain and stone, with great wisdom, we shall be light." And the people that looked and heard this small heaven and word would create and let go of their inner darkness, looking inward with brave souls in kinder reins.